You know, that's the second stream in a row that I do this, where I start my introduction without making sure that the microphone is actually live. Yeah. Greetings, internet faithful. I am some guy named Rob, and as you have no doubt ascertained from the screen, we are playing some MVP Baseball 2004. This is the game that actually got me to go out and purchase a PlayStation 2. Without this game, I would have never picked up a PlayStation 2. I'm going to move my microphone a little bit. There we go. Let me see. Is that better? I want to make sure that I'm not popping into the microphone, so if I speak off axis, I think it's going to help. I hope. I've also killed some of the low end and the rumble and stuff in my on my mixer, so who knows. I hope, as I pop the mic, I hope that this is a pleasant experience for all of you listening. I'm going to try and make sure that my sound is on properly from now on. All right. Let's see what we got here. So, we are in Dynasty mode. And the whole premise of this, the whole premise of Dynasty mode in MVP Baseball is beginning a 120-year dynasty for your team. Excuse me. Sleep has not been my greatest ally lately. Now, the premise behind this is that 2004 was the final year of existence for the Montreal Expos. That's my hometown team. That's a team I grew up watching. So, one of the main reasons why the team failed was because no one put any, let's say, money into the team, into the roster, into acquiring and keeping really good players. Because we have had good teams over the years. In fact, in 1994, when the strike happened, the Montreal Expos were the hottest team in baseball. They had the best record of the entire major leagues, and they were well on their way to a playoff berth, and it all fell apart. So, we have been capable of putting together competitive teams. We've fallen short of the playoffs numerous times, where it came down really to the wire, and it just was, the mathematical elimination. So, came up with a thought experiment. Could I do better? If I was hired as a general manager and given a budget, so let's go to team management here. Let's go to payroll. So currently my payroll is sitting at $28.8 million. That for a major league franchise is like peanuts. That's low tier, very low tier. I've added a few players here. So, we're not. I'm really sorry. I'm going to try not to do that a lot. Yeah, just haven't been getting the greatest of sleep lately. But if you look, Pedro Martinez, Ivan Rodriguez, Greg Maddux, Mondesi, I hired him in free agency. Other than those four guys, Fred McGriff is another guy I picked up on a trade. But other than that, this team is pretty much bone stock. Over the course of the season, I want to say I don't want to spend more than, let's say, $40 to $50 million on my payroll. And I want to put together a competitive team. I want to see, could this team have made the playoffs? Could this team have done any better than its last place in the National League East finish, where they basically won about 40% of their games? Could I do better as a general manager? Let's see. So, I debated not doing the stream, but I'm going to tough it out. Because I always start off rough, but it gets better as I go along. So the whole conceit is, could I have done better as a general manager? And so here's the team. And what we're going to do is we're going to let the computer play the games. I'm just putting the team together. The managing and the actual playing of the games, that's up to the CPU. Everything else is me. I go out and I acquire players. I put them in the right place. I set the batting orders. Everything else, CPU. So, in our last stream, we played our first game. We lost 1-0 to Florida, and it was basically a scoreless game right to the bottom of the ninth, and it was I believe a 2-out solo home run for Florida that ended the game. So we're gonna see what happens. So we've got Livan Hernandez. He was kind of the main starting pitcher for the Expos before I came in and kind of added Greg Maddux and acquired Pedro Martinez, or reacquired Pedro Martinez. He used to be an Expo before he was with Boston, and we're gonna go with him. And okay, Mondesi is in the lineup. I actually had the wrong right fielder in my last game, so I've adjusted the lineups a little bit to try and get a little bit more offense, because we weren't hitting very well in the last game. So here we go. So we're gonna play. And in spite of all that, we're still ranked 4th in the league, which is pretty cool. All right. So because there's no really good way to set up a CPU versus CPU match, what I have to do is this. There we go. So let me see. Okay, so everything seems okay in terms of the mix. I'm going to lower the amount of the game that's in my headset. I'm going to leave the commentary on very low, and I'll just sort of do this is basically going to be a hot take, almost like a reaction video to seeing how my team performs. So I am effectively the general manager of the team watching this from a press box. So here we go. I am now no longer in control. We hit start, and we let this thing ride. And by the way, for those of you who are in chat, thank you for joining. I know this was pretty last minute. We don't have to talk about baseball. We can talk about pretty much anything. It's sort of an AMA while this is going on. Okay. Okay, that's good. Nice little blooper. See, we weren't getting those in the first game. The first game, like, those would just be pop outs, or they would be like line drives right to the third baseman. I don't think we had a hit in the game. I think in game 1, I don't think we had a hit until like the 6th or 7th inning. So it's nice to see that the bat is kind of working right away. Now, it would be great if we got more contact, but, you know. That's not good. Drop. Oh, thank God. I'll take it. You know what? It's ugly, but I'll take it. I just want the offense. Now to hope that there's no double plays. All right. What I'm going to do is once this batter goes, I'm going to turn up the commentary a little bit. And the other thing I really want to do, I want to turn that strike zone on. Ooh, just foul. That would have scored a couple runs. See, that was what was happening in the last game. It was ridiculous. All right, game options. So we're going to go to gameplay. No. Okay, gameplay. I can't do tuning. Visual options. Here we go. Visual options. Strike zone on. Okay, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. So we can do that. Alright, so I can't make any other changes until the next batter comes up. So now we got to avoid the double play, so hopefully Everett can put this in the outfield. Just like that, that'll work. And that'll bring a run. And we got some offense. Beautiful. This is way better than what we had in game one. This is already making me much, much happier. Alright, so here's the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come here into audio options. I'm going to turn the broadcast up to 2. Let's go 3. So you're going to hear the broadcast commentary from the game, which I know gets repetitive at times, but it'll give a little bit more than what I can provide in terms of commentary. Mostly because it's been a long time. I don't know these players quite as well anymore. So here we go.
Next up, Tony Batista. Pitcher's got to be thinking about something with a little down on him to get that ground ball to get the double play. Makes a move to second.
Yeah, so once again, we're looking to avoid that double play.
Pitch misses, says the umpire.
Now, Batista's one of those guys who I always thought was kind of criminally underrated in this game. He was always much, much better as a player from what I remember. A very clutch hitter. But they don't have him rated especially highly. Just taking a look at everything here. Stream looks good and stable. Alright. If the audio is off, by the way, folks, if you could please just let me know. I'm gonna try and get the microphone right out of my face, so that way I'm not hiding behind the mic on camera. But yeah, right now I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. Would like to work on those strikeouts though. But the fact that we're being aggressive is good. We were very, very passive in the last game. Look, just like that. That could have been swung at. Like to see one more run come home.
Big situation here with 2 on and 2 out. Full count here.
All right, so usually he's okay. Good, no stupid outs. Oh, so that's one you gotta swing at. That's one you gotta swing at, and that's one of the problems is this team doesn't have a lot of bats. Oh, I'm so worried about him. Livan Hernandez is one of those guys, if I had if I had 2 more really good pitchers, he would be a spot starter. He'd be my number 5. Because I don't think he's especially good. Okay, so, yeah, alright.
Chased one up at the letters. And he delivers.
I might need to bring the game audio down overall, just because the game audio overall is very loud, or fairly loud, especially compared to my voice. But overall, not too bad.
Great pitch in the black. Would have been a called strike even if the batter didn't swing through.
So I have a second gaming computer, and I was playing this on my other computer so as not to mess up with this simulation here. And I actually played this exact same game with Livan Hernandez as the starting pitcher. And he gave up like 6 runs in the first inning.
He might take a walk.
And then for some bizarre reason, the computer went through my entire pitching staff. Finally ended up winning 7-6 in extra innings, but wow, it was one of those where every time I simulate a game with Livan Hernandez, I'm always a little bit worried.
Hey, he does well to get extra bases here, partner.
He just doesn't seem to be able to put batters away, and that's kind of a problem. And he also seems to struggle with his accuracy.
2 balls, no strikes. The ball is hit out to right.
Not good.
He dives and makes the stop. The man on second is tagging. That was a great diving catch. He picked up the ball right off the bat and gave it his all to make the play.
Mondesi is one of those acquisitions I'm really proud of. He was not an Expo as far as I can remember, but having him on the team now, he's very quick and he has a lot of power, especially at the plate.
It's a foul ball.
Why would wow?
0-2 pitch.
It would have been like the worst possible time for that base runner to run toward home.
Here's the pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Partner, that's what you call a purpose pitch. Try to make the other guy chase one. He fouled it off to the left. And the count runs.
Yeah, this is one where we got to get this out. We have to strand this runner. There we go.
He struck him out. The breaking ball was not what he was expecting there. The swing was evidence of that. Easy strikeout.
See, the problem is it takes a lot of pitches to do that. That was way more pitching than I thought he was going to need to get out of that inning.
That's off the end of the bat. Gonzalez scoops up the ball out at first. He made a pretty good play right there, guy. He got over in front of that ground ball and made a very solid effort. Base is empty with 1.
All right.
There's a swing and a miss. He went around too soon. Pitcher threw that changeup over the plate and he swung right through it. They check down at first. Yep. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on a struck him out.
This is not good.
Too easy. 3 strikes, 1 out.
This is like kind of the stronger part of my lineup. So the fact that we got a really weak cue shot off the bat, and then we've got a really bad strikeout is not looking good. Now the good thing is in the event, this is going to almost certainly be an out for Livan Hernandez. And it does mean that in the next inning, I am going to get sort of the strength of my lineup. Well, I'm going to go back to the top of my lineup. Because sometimes one of the hard things is you have a really good leadoff hitter, but your pitcher is on first base. And so your pitchers are not, generally speaking, very good base runners. So they're really slow and they hold everything up.
Changes in there for a strike.
Whereas now my leadoff hitter, yeah, he doesn't have anyone on base to drive in, but it's also not a really super slow pitcher either.
He was going to get drilled with that one. That must be his lucky day. Ball. Fastball missed away. And that one's a called strike. Swing and a miss, and he'll take a seat. Okay, that swing tells me he was not looking off speed there with 2 strikes. Why?
See,
do not
I
know.
love this because his pitch was so good it broke reality. It legitimately crashed the Matrix. That takes talent. That takes a lot of talent.
Way late on that one. 0-1. over for a strike. And here's the pitch. The pitch is yanked to the right side. He makes the play.
Good pitch. Got him to produce that easy pop at the plate.
Up next, Alex Gonzalez. 2 outs and the bases are empty. 1 ball, no strikes.
On that pitch, he stayed out of the strike zone, hoping the batter would go chase.
This will be close. It's
Oh, this is not good.
and the ball, it's
Ah. Pick it up and throw it. Why did he just stand there? I don't get how that works.
Looks like he quite got all the ball. It's just short of the wall.
Now, don't get me wrong, I'd rather give up a double than give up a solo home run, but that was kind of strange. That looked like it should have been more of a long single. Then again, in a perfect world, it would have been caught.
Really needs a big hit from this guy right here with a runner on second. A single would do the job. He was trying to get the batter out by chasing the pitch outside the zone.
and that's a strike swinging.
So again, if we can strand this runner, that puts us in a good position.
Swing and a miss.
That sinker rolled right through the strike zone. The batter couldn't connect.
He's out swinging. With 2 innings played, the score is 1-0.
Now, the one thing that I did make sure to do when I was picking up my free agents and making trades was to beef up my bullpen. My bullpen by default was not very good, so I'm not worried if I get to my bullpen in this game.
Misses for a ball.
Oh, that got the batter's attention.
The catch is made by
Yeah,
the first baseman.
that was happening pretty much every at-bat in the last game. It was kind of ridiculous.
One down out there. Let's go 1 down.
And it's 0-1. Swings at that one.
Especially when you see that white circle that's in the middle of the strike zone. That usually is an indicator that if you hit it, it's going to go out of the park.
Deep.
You know, kind of just like that.
Solo blast.
That ball just keeps going and going and going. Nice work on the solo jack. Hey, he's got to put that home run behind him. The worst thing you can do here is mope about it. He needs to come
All
back and
right,
get some outs now.
this is looking better. We've got some offense. We've got some runs on the board. I'm feeling better about this. I'm not ready to hang the World Series pennant just yet, but I was a little worried that we couldn't actually hit the ball in the first 6 innings to open the season.
Off the end of the bat. Cabrera
But we seem to be getting better contact. Now keep in mind, because I have no influence over this. See, you know, Lookman, no hands. I'm not controlling these players at all. This is CPU versus CPU, so even if I were to go in and do some gameplay tweaking, it would do absolutely nothing.
That fastball and got the called strike.
delivers a strike call. Here it comes. Strike 3.
Ooh,
Heading into the bottom of
that
the
was kind of
inning.
ugly.
Expos lead 2-0.
That was kind of ugly. All right. Milk and cookies time is over. Let's have some Stella. It's actually, I started this earlier, so I'm just gonna kind of finish it off.
Another one out of the zone.
I did pick up some additional supplies for tomorrow night's stream.
Swung through that ball down.
Let's see what we got going on here.
2-1. He is in there for a strike to even the count.
This is looking good. The stream is nice and stable. It's the most stable the stream's been in a long, long time, which is nice.
He winds and throws. He hits it foul straight back. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed.
Oh, nice.
Kaipi does a good job there to battle back and fall behind to get the K.
He hacked at it and missed. Here's the 0-1 pitch. No balls, 2 strikes.
It's one of those really weird things with Livan Hernandez in this game. And I don't really remember if this is how he was in his career, but he always seems to have very rough starts to his games. And as the games go on, he tends to get a lot better. I'm not sure if it was like this in the majors, but it's just kind of an odd coincidence. Because with him, you almost have to weather the first 2 innings, and then it's like he settles down, and it's whether or not you're controlling him, or you're doing this with the CPU.
Counts even at 2-2.
But he seems to have 2 bad innings, then he's really good, and then he kind of falls apart.
This half inning
Like, that pitch right there was brilliant.
by Hernandez.
If the batter doesn't take that, that's a called strike 3, easily. But it's right on the edge.
He delivers. Hit the other way to the right side. Conine feels it. One
Yeah, Batista was never one of those. He was never fast. Johnson's a guy that needs to step it up. Of course, that uncanny valley face didn't help.
swings and misses.
But yeah, I need him to be a little bit more aggressive at the plate.
0-2. Lines and throws. 1-2 count. The count is 2-2.
See, this is usually where a pitcher's going to throw a strike. Okay, he was... I don't know if he missed it or...
Deals. A call third strike.
Yeah, that always happens to him.
6th strikeout by Penny.
That's the second time he's done that, where he just sits there on a 3-2 count. On a 3-2 count, a pitcher's going to throw it on the edge of the strike zone. Very rare are they going to badly miss.
2 down, bases empty. Not close, that's a ball. Mondesi takes a ball and has worked it into a hitter's count, 2-0. The pitch is taken out to right. Makes the diving stop.
This is one of those things I've noticed with this game is the diving catches tend to be a little bit too superhero-like.
The Marlins have activated the bullpen. Leading off the
I think in a regular game, in a live situation, I probably would have fallen in for a single.
It's hit out to center. The center fielder is tracking it. The ball settles into his glove for the out. Now batting Miguel Cabrera. He was out on strikes in his last at bat.
Let's go. We got 1 down.
The shortstop gloves it.
See, those are the outs I love. One pitch, and it's done.
Couldn't catch up with that pitch.
Nice execution right there. He nailed the catcher's target with a sinker, and the batter swung right through it.
Ball. Sinker inside. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ball. That one misses low.
Good idea right there, trying to get the batter to chase a curve right out of the zone.
The count.
See, that was nowhere close.
That was a purpose pitch. He was trying to get the batter to chase.
Tries to golf one, but missed. That's a strike.
Pitcher challenged him with a fastball, and he swung right through it.
Ground ball up the middle. Fedro makes the play. 3 up. and
See,
3
I
down.
wouldn't mind if Nick Johnson did that.
5 innings left to
If
play.
Nick Johnson did that, that alone would be fine. I'd be okay with it because at least he's trying to hit something.
He went down on strikes in his last.
All right.
He winds and he throws. Great pitch, a strike at the knees. Gonzalez takes it on a bounce. Out at first base.
All right, better than a strikeout. Not great, better than a strikeout.
The guy keeping taking his glove down. Super play.
Hernandez digs in. In his last at bat, he struck out.
Yeah, and I don't see this one being any different.
One down, bases empty.
Yep, there we go. That's one. This will be a 3-pitch strikeout.
Catch his target with that curveball, and he got the swing and strike.
That's strike 2.
And here comes strike 3 because Hernandez is not a great batter.
Swing and
There we
strike
go.
3 pitch, see ya. Grab some pine meat.
All right, he's 1 for 2. That's good.
Misses upstairs for a ball. Misses.
All right, let's get a good pitch we can put over the wall.
He made contact, but it's foul.
Okay, so he did put it over a wall. It's not quite the wall I was hoping for, but that'll work. There's contact.
He's in there for a strike to even the count.
I just want contact.
Payoff pitch.
Okay. Swing.
There's a swing.
All right, at least there was an attempt.
Oh, he goes fishing.
I would
Nothing but a strikeout.
I would rather see this than just sit there and let strike 3 happen on a full count.
Expos lead the Marlins 2-0.
All right, so I'm seeing some positives.
Marlins have someone tossing in the bullpen.
This is good.
One ball, no strikes the count. One ball, one strike the count. Here's the delivery. Pitch is high.
That was a purpose pitch. Changing off the plate, hoping the batter would go chase it.
Yeah, see, he throws a lot of pitches around, not close enough. His accuracy needs work.
There, 3-2.
Definitely needs some work on the accuracy.
Being effective. Throw strikes to the corners of the plate and stay out of the hitter's net.
Ooh, that was nasty. That was a nasty changeup. That was perfect.
Strike with the
Like, I can see why he would have been a top pitcher for the Expos, or considered a top pitcher for the Expos.
1-1 pitch.
But at the same time, I think they, you know, if you're trying to win, you can't have someone who throws that erratically as your main guy. You need someone a little bit more precise.
Pitcher threw it right where the batter couldn't get any wood on.
He's hitting back to the dugout.
Although, why is he swinging at that?
Strikeout.
The ball was up around his chin. All right.
1-0.
So I'm liking that we're getting toward the bottom of the 5th and we're still keeping them off the board. And for the most part, we're keeping them off the bases. That's important.
Right after it.
Pitch is high.
Need maybe one more run for me to feel a little bit more comfortable. Especially
For the walk.
with that going on.
This one. I don't know what he's thinking. All he's got to do is throw the ball in play.
Well, I mean, okay, so it's the pitcher is up. That's usually a pretty easy out, but you can't take anything for granted.
The count is 1-0.
Partner, that's what you call a purpose pitch. Try to make the other guy chase one.
He just caught the edge of the plate for a strike. Tries to pick him off.
Well, you're no Greg Maddux, that's for sure.
There's a strike, 1 and 2.
Maddox had a pickoff in Game 1. It was actually really beautiful.
Got him swinging. That's his 9th strikeout. Oh,
Wait, he struck out 9?
Top of the
Okay.
6th, Montreal by 2.
I realized he'd struck out 9 batters.
At bat with 1 home run, Orlando Cabrera. Strike at the knee.
Well, last time he was up, and he had no one in front of him. That ball went over the wall.
And the delivery.
Yeah, that's not happening here, but
He's out.
it's nice to remember.
Partner, he showed some good range to get to that ground ball and scoop it up.
Vidro steps into the batter's box.
Yeah, Vidro's got to step it up. I don't think he has a hit yet this year.
He sends a fly to shallow
Now
center.
we'll drop.
He comes up with it.
That play's going to be all over the highlights there.
And again, the Superman catches by the computer. And don't get me wrong, this is going to happen to my team as well, but it's just ridiculous.
Fastball down low and outside. The pitch. Taken for a ball. The count is 3-0.
All right, let's go, Everett.
With this guy at the plate, he'll be looking for a fastball to rip even on a 3-0.
Fastball.
Oh, man.
Everett
All right.
shows a good eye with the walk.
I'm happy with the walk, but at the same time, that fastball should have been crushed.
The pitch.
There was literally no movement on that ball.
The center fielder eases under it. That'll do it for the Expos in the 6th inning.
Now, I'm okay with that. One of the reasons being is that the more of our batters go up to the plate and the more pitches that the opposing pitcher has to throw, the quicker he gets fatigued.
Scoring opportunities with the way this guy's throwing the ball.
A strike thrown by Hernandez.
And that's why it bothers me a lot that Hernandez throws a lot of pitches.
Grounder turned out to the right side. Vidro picks it up, and they make the play for an out.
That was a pretty good play right there. Got a good jump on that ground ball and turned it into an out.
One out, nobody on. Didn't find the plate for a ball.
Sometimes you try to make the hitter chase your pitch. That's exactly what you saw right there.
Takes it for a strike. It's 2-2.
On that pitch, he stayed out of strike zone, hoping the batter would go chase.
The count goes full.
Threw a fastball out of
So you can't do 3 and 2 on everybody.
Hernandez gets the strikeout.
Yes, I get it. He's into double-digit strikeouts, but you're playing with fire. You're either going to toss up a fat one that gets knocked over the fence, or at the very least is an extra base hit,
Base is empty with 2 down.
or there's more that can go wrong than what can go right.
Johnson handles the grounder. He's out. The Marlins trail.
Okay, this is the part of my lineup that's struggling. I need these guys to produce,
More on MVP baseball.
especially this guy. 2 strikeouts is unacceptable.
EA Sports. It's in the game. It's hit down the line.
Okay, I'll take it. At least you swung at something.
He catches the ball for the out.
You swung at something. You didn't get a great hit, but you swung at something. Congratulations.
Up high, missed with the fastball. The pitch is taken out.
Oh, will that drop?
The ball drops to the
Okay. See, yeah, that's more likely to happen in real life.
He's on with a double.
That's not an error, because that would have been a spectacular play to make.
That looked like a beach ball.
But that's typically what it's going to look like.
He really needs a big hit from this guy right here to knock in that
Oh,
ball to center.
yeah, intentional walk to get to the pitcher. Crap.
Stepping in, Levon Hernandez.
See, the best thing he can do here is just
He went down
whiff and not even make contact.
Pickoff attempt.
Just avoid the double play by not swinging.
Squares around and it's a bunt. He hits it foul straight back.
And
Just couldn't get the job done, advance the runners. Not being able to lay down a sac bunt is inexcusable.
Dummy's a bunt. That's a ball.
Yeah, dummy is trying to bunt.
Started to bunt, but pulled back.
Okay, that's actually kind of smart.
That's a bunt. And they got him at first.
All right.
The skip is playing for one here with the sack bunt. The batter did a great
Sacrifice
job of
hit.
selling
That'll
the
work.
team.
Both runners advance. Let's see if Wilkerson's got something in him.
Kenny misses, and the count is 1-0.
Now, it'd be better if there was only one out.
This is going to the right side.
Yeah.
Out number 3 with the
Okay.
left on second.
You know what, though? Still, let's take some positives away from that. We're in the middle of the 7th inning. We've just worked through the pitcher a little bit.
The 7th inning stretch, Mike.
We've got some hits,
While I go grab a cold beverage.
and we've got a 2-0 lead. So, yeah. Although only 5 hits in the like only 7 hits total in this game.
Is next up. First pitch. He sends this one into orbit.
Gone.
Gone.
Oh,
It's a sweet solo shot. He really got a hold of it.
yeah. See, that's what killed me in game 1.
The skipper's got to be getting some of
Game 1, that was like the game-winning swing. Almost hit to the exact same. Was it hit to the same part of the park? No, the winning home run in game 1 was hit a little bit more into right. No, not much further into right field. Like a couple degrees over, and that's pretty much where the home run that beat me last time was hit.
There's a strike with the changeup.
See, this is why I wanted to have a 3-run lead.
Ball outside.
Because now we're starting to get late into the game where the pitcher is getting tired and not throwing very well.
Side for a ball.
That's a good pitch in this situation. Try to make him chase one out of the zone.
Hitters count 3-1.
Threw that slider hard off the plate, but the batter did not bite at it.
Right there, 3-2. That's walk number 5 allowed in this game.
Well, it's about time they went to the bullpen to get a little relief from this guy. He didn't have stamina to go too much further.
Yeah.
Bat is on its way.
See, yeah, he's missing bad on a lot of pitches now, and this is a problem.
Right here because a ground ball could mean a double play.
2-0.
A lot of these pitchers are out of the strike zone. Looks like they're trying to set up the opposing batter.
Sends a shallow fly ball out to left. He makes the catch over his shoulder.
Cabrera showed off some great speed right there, partner, to get over and make that.
Stepping in with a double already, Alex Gonzalez. There's a strike swinging. He was late.
That's a perfect pitch, partner. Fastball on the edge of the strike zone. The batter swung right through it.
So they're only going to get one.
They get the out.
Hey, Kai, good work there to get the runner in a scoring position.
Mike Bregman is the next hitter. He worked the base on balls in his last at bat.
The key to scoring a lot of runs is cashing in with runners in scoring position.
And
Cash in with the
no.
second.
That's an infield
Not
single.
good.
That's the 4th hit allowed.
That's not good.
They'll change players here.
The pitch day has come to an end with the announcement of the pinch hitter.
Here's the pinch hitter. He's stopped short. Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat. It's hit out to right. The right fielder is drifting.
There we go. At least in this case. Oh, okay, Jose Meza is up. This is good.
With 2 innings left, the Expos lead by 1. They're making a substitution. The manager plays the numbers. He'll send out the righty to face the right-handed hitter. Tim Spoony Barker is coming out of the pen. He sends this pitch to left. Cabrera is right there. And he puts it away for the out.
Yeah.
The corners are guarding the lines.
See, this is going to be where things get into the nitty-gritty.
Here's the delivery.
We really need to score one more run. We really, really need to score one more run.
Pitchers count 0-2.
His location was perfect for that pitch, right on the corner.
Ooh.
He really showed me a lot out there.
Yeah, Vidro has not done jack. Vidro's having a problem, and we're going to have to figure out if Vidro is going to... how long we're going to keep Vidro around before we pull the plug.
Heater down low for a ball. Curveball for a strike. Went after the pitch and missed it.
The pitcher hit his target with that fastball and he got the swinging strike.
Ball 2-2. Here's the pitch. That's a foul ball. Working quickly. Here's the pitch.
Yeah, see, he's keeping the count going, forcing him to throw more pitches.
It's hit to the right side. Konai gloves it. A 1-2-3.
Yeah, 1-2-3 inning, but
Heading into the bottom of the inning.
the one guy we got to get is Luis Castillo, because this guy's hitting 429 off us.
The bottom of the eighth.
That's not good.
First pitch.
It's nearly 50-50 odds that you're gonna connect.
Pitches are out of the strike zone. Looks like they're trying to get the opposing hitters to go chase.
What is going on with this guy's control? This is the exact wrong time for him to start throwing nothing but out of the strike zone pitches.
Sinker out of the zone, but the batter did not bite.
And the count is 3-1.
This guy's been hitting spots in the zone all day. He's making it look easy.
He hits it down the line. Batista
Yeah.
makes
See, I know a lot of people be happy with that. I'm a little worried that he's still in the game. Why have we not pulled him yet?
strike swinging.
Pitcher challenged him with that delivery, and he swung right through it.
Castillo takes and the count evens it.
Wow. These pitches are nowhere close.
There's a strike 1-2.
And if you notice, most of the pitches that are in the strike zone now are in the middle of the strike zone. That's like the... Okay, that was a nice...
That's the 11th strikeout.
That was nice that he got him to chase like that. That was a late breaking changeup, but wow. For the most part, he hasn't been close, or he's been dangerously close to the middle of the plate. Now, keep in mind, very happy. That was the 429 hitter that struck out.
The count.
Looks like the battery's trying to get the opposing hitters to go chase.
Slider down low, missing for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. He sends this pitch down the line. A foul ball. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball pulled down to the left side. Cabrera gathers the grounder. That's an infield.
Yeah, those hits are not... We're not able to defend that particular area. And we've got a pinch runner.
They're going to try and play for a run here, which is why they brought in the pinch run.
He made contact, but it's foul.
How many outs do we have? We have 2 outs?
1 ball, 1 strike count.
The pitcher and catcher seem to think they're going to get these guys to chase pitches way out of the zone.
Just need this out.
Almost got
Yeah, and that's the problem. We needed that out.
a single.
Hey, Kite, how about that? Simple baseball, huh? Execute, 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 and good things will always happen.
We need the out here too. This is important.
1-0 count.
Because right now, the tying run is on second.
So far, the batters are taking these
The go-ahead run is on first.
combine good stuff with good
And if this is a home run here, we don't have enough to come back and win. We need to catch this.
Under it. That'll do it for the
Okay.
Lions, and we have 1 inning left.
Now we got to hold on. We got to try and get one more run and hang on.
After 8, Montreal leads by 1. The Expos have some pitchers up in the bullpen.
Yeah, I need Batista to do. I need Batista to do something. I do like that there's some aggression there. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, he got a hit. Oh. Oh, that's an extra base. Can he make it to third? He's gonna make it to third. We need one hit to leave the infield. If Nick Johnson can just knock this thing into the outfield, relatively deep. There we go. We got one more run on the tag up. Nice.
I don't think he went up there thinking sac fly, but he got one and it brought home a run. To me, that's a successful at bat.
Raul Mondesi takes his turn. He already has one base hit today. Hit the other way to the right side. Conine scoops up the grounder.
You know what? I mean, that sacrifice fly was probably the biggest play of our game so far, other than that solo home run.
This one is belted to deep left field.
Oh.
Solo jack.
And the ball just kept going and going and going. Sweet work on
There we go. We've gotten into their bullpen.
Giving up a bomb like that is never easy to take.
And that's one of the reasons why I added Rodriguez. Rodriguez is a much better hitting and much better defensive catcher than Darren Fletcher was or is in this game. I don't even care that this is going to be an easy out. Really, they shouldn't have him in the game anymore. He's got the win. Take him out of the lineup.
That was a purpose pitch. He was trying to get the batter to chase.
There is literally no reason to have had him up at bat.
In the middle of the inning, the Marlins trail by 3. They're making a pitching change. They've gone to the
Really?
closer, Rocky Biddle.
Really? Why didn't you put up a pinch hitter? We could have put up a pinch hitter and added to our lead. That made zero tactical sense. Now I get it. I'm not managing the team. But still, that's kind of dumb. I'm playing on MVP level.
And another strike, it's 0-2. Foul ball hit down the right side. 1-2. The count is even at 2.
That was a purpose pitch. Fastball out of the zone, hoping the batter would chase. Go for the move.
The pitch is hit to the right.
Okay.
Pedro makes it look easy.
There we go.
And he's out at first base. Now in the play, at bat with a double, Alex Gonzalez. Biddle delivers the ball, 1-0. Deals. Hops it up foul.
Okay, good. Another easy out.
And he puts this one away.
No problem.
Now we just gotta get this guy.
Misses away.
One more. That's all we need.
The delivery. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a strike, 1-2.
Great fastball right on the black. What do we call strike? Even if the
There we go.
And that'll do it for this game.
So we are 1-1. It is official.
Biddle shuts the door to earn the save. Hernandez picks up the W. Penny gets hit with the loss. The final score, the Montreal Expos 4, Florida 1.
Okay, that was a pretty good game. I don't know why Hernandez was in there as long as he was, but, you know, you got to take the good with the bad. So far, Vidro is not producing. Wilkerson, you know, a lot of low. Then again, like, none of these guys, almost none of these guys got hits in the last game. But the fact that our highest our highest batting average on the team is 250 is kind of sad. But here we go. We got Cabrera and Rodriguez each have a home run. Cabrera, Everett, Nick Johnson, and Rodriguez each with an RBI. Sacrifice fly, the RBI from Nick Johnson, and sacrifice hit, Levon Hernandez with his bunt. See, look at these guys. 375, 429. We don't have any of that. That's a little bit scary. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go and get ourselves ready for game 3. So far we're even in the series at 1 game apiece. We'll be done with this game. So right now we are 1-1, and we're 1 game back in the wild card race. Now, yeah, we're 1 game back in the wild card race. It's literally the beginning of the season. But fifth in pitching. See, 5th in pitching, but 16th overall in hitting, 15th in fielding. That worries me. We need better. We need more bats. Anyway, let's move up. Let's see what happens as we get through the series. No, I don't want to save. Let's go to around the league. Statistics. Batting. And let's, yeah. We have 4 people hitting 200 or better. Now, Mondesi has only been in 1 game because, as I said, I screwed up in game 1. I didn't realize that he was on the bench. Actually, I should have. He probably would have made a big difference. But if we look at the at bats, 8 at bats, no hits, like not even anything. Guys like Rodriguez and Johnson, they've drawn walks, so I can see. Juan Rivera, he was in the first game, he was useless. All right, so let's go back and let's open up. Let's go with today's game. I'm not really going to worry about what happens in Double and Triple A. Now, Pedro Martinez, he's almost at full strength, so let's go. Yes. And we're going to play. And we're going to play. And we're going to play. So let's get ready for the CPU to take over. Okay, so... Okay, broadcast volume... 2... I'll put music volume at 1. And then we're going to go here, select controller. Alright, here we go. So we're here for game 3. Left-handed pitching this time.
Shallow fly ball to right field. Castillo puts it away for the out. Now at play, Orlando Cabrera.
Let's see if Vidro's a little bit better with left-handed pitching than he is with righties.
Pitches it weakly to the left side.
Ooh.
Low. The short hop. Got him. Now batting. Jose Vidro steps up to the plate.
Well, he's got good contact and power against left-handed hitters or pitchers.
Changeup is over.
Ah, you know what? I didn't save turning on the strike zones.
Pitch missed inside.
That's one of those things I should have saved.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. The pitch misses. Good eye. 2-1. Strike 2. That one's in there for a called strike. 2 outs and nobody on. The side is in order.
Well, it's good to see the Vidro's consistent.
He really got back and got a little extra for that.
All right.
Starting on the hill for the visiting team, Pedro Martinez. Now at the
Okay, so let's go into visual. Strike zone is on. There we go.
Juan Pierre adjusted well to playing in Miami after spending his first 3 seasons with the Rockies.
Pierre set career highs with 204 hits, 65 steals, 28 doubles, and 55 walks for the Marlins in 2003.
There's a strike at the knees.
Pedro Martinez was the man. This was a guy that he was a legend in Montreal because he could do stuff like that. He could make you think a pitch was coming right down the middle, and it turned out to be like 7 inches outside the strike zone.
Misses outside. The delivery. Curveball out.
He had such an unorthodox delivery.
Threw that curveball just out of zone, but the batter didn't bite.
He made contact, but it's foul.
Strike 2.
He's in there for a strike to even the count. Martinez.
There we go.
He should be surprised looking like the
No balls, 1 strike is the count.
pitcher said, "Come and get it, big boy," and the batter could not connect.
Okay.
The ball is hit out towards short.
Yep, this is good.
Fields the ball. It's a 1-2
Looking good. I'm liking that.
top of the second. The game is scoreless.
Now, one of the things I've noticed with
2000.
one of the things I've noticed with this is that the game sometimes does slow down between innings and like replays and stuff.
Nicely last year, Kyle. He scored 28 homers and
Never seems to affect anything in real time for the game, but it's just a little, it's one of those weird things.
Ball. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch.
I think what I'm going to do is I am going to turn off the I'm going to turn down the audio a little bit, but I'm going to turn off the commentary. I don't think the commentary is really adding a whole lot.
The pitch hit softly.
Okay, so we're not getting the same type of productivity we're getting in the last game. All right, let's go to audio options here. Okay, there we go. So that should be better. I don't think, oh no, I may not have turned off the, I don't think I turned off the commentary completely. No, I didn't. But that's okay. I can do it here.
24 home runs, 16 for the Yankees. Mondesi for the Diamondbacks.
that marked Mondesi's 9th straight season with 24 or more home runs.
All right, broadcast volume at 0. So Mondesi is up. This is his 2nd game of the season. Let's see if he can work on. There we go. I'll raise the batting average a point or 2. Even better, extra bases. That's the type of baseball we're going to have to play. Like, we're not going to be the long ball specialists, even though we hit a couple home runs in our last game. Why is Fred McGriff in the lineup? Oh, right, because he does better against lefties. It would be much better if Fred McGriff actually swung against lefties. Let's go. Ooh. Okay, that was rough. I'm thinking I'm thinking McGriff might need to be traded somewhere. All right. So again, Cabrera is going to be the big man to get out. You can't let a guy hit 429 and expect to win. All right. Oh, that was gorgeous. What I might do for the next stream when I do these games is I might change the perspective to be from the pitcher's point of view, or like the over-the-shoulder cam for the pitcher, like you would see sort of on a typical TV broadcast. Because I think seeing the motion of some of those pitches from the pitcher's mound will look pretty wicked. Actually, I can change that right now. Let me see, what do we got here? Let's, here we go. Let's go into our visual options. Let's go reverse. So this is going to be more like a traditional TV broadcast, I think. Here we go. There we go. I like that Pedro is able to get those pop-ups. The fact that he's able to get guys to pop up with really easy stuff to make it easy on my defense. Loving it. Whoa. Ooh, will it fall? Will it fall? It will not fall. Yeah. And again, it's those Superman dives, although that one was a lot more plausible than the one in the last game. All right, 3 up. Oh, no, 2 up, 2 down. We're back up to Wilkerson. And we'll see what he's got. Ooh. That bat hasn't left his shoulder the entire at-bat. Okay, at least he swung at a strike, but... it'd be nice if he made contact. That's all I'm saying. Now, I would be happy if I can get all of my at-bats, successful or not, to go to 6 pitches, because that'll wear them out a little bit more. The good thing is that we have our ace on the mound right now, so the fact that we don't have a lead is not as concerning to me. Though I do hope that this doesn't go by the same way that game 1 went, because game 1, going like 6 or so innings, or getting into like, you know, scoreless into the 8th inning. Now again, I mean, this is the 3rd game of the season. There's like 162 games, I believe, and you know, I'm aiming for the very modest goal of 5 to 10 games over 500. Ooh, that was not good. I mean, we saved it. Okay, Vidro, you got to put something together here. Like, really, you got to put something together. It is time for you to put something together, sir. There we go. So that's going to go for extra bases. I don't think he'll make it to 3rd, but he'll definitely be in there with a double. And now all he needs is Vidro to drive him in. That's it. That's all we're looking for. Just to have Vidro drive him in. Or even just get him to 3rd because there's no outs. And yeah, this isn't going to happen. I don't see it happening. Oh, nope. Nope, still not happening. Nice to see you, Jose. Yeah, nice that you dropped by. No. Yeah, so that's 2 failed attempts to move the runner forward. Let's see if Batista can do it. Can you bring him home? Oh, come on. That white dot usually means a swing is going over the fence. And the fact that the bat sat on the shoulder on a pitch with absolutely no movement that hung over the plate. And he, yeah, that's criminal. That is like absolutely the worst. Oh, there we go. Now, can he make it home? He will make it home. It is a 1-0 game. And Batista will make it to 2nd base. That's some good base running. That is some good base running. Now, if Mondesi can bring Batista home, which he won't with that because Batista's not that fast, but Mondesi will get to 2nd. So it's going to make an easy force out for the 3rd out more difficult. So now for our, let me see. Oh, it's McGriff. Come on, McGriff. You don't be useless. Don't make me regret putting you in the lineup. Like both my first basemen are useless at the plate. Oh, come on. Come on. We need another run home. That's not going to do it. Yeah. Just sitting there and watching the pitch go by is not going to help. Both of my first basemen are useless. So I need I need to seriously consider beefing up my first baseman to one that can hit, because my first and my second baseman are useless for hitting so far. Now, that was a great play. Defensively, amazing. Like, defensively, I think I have a really good team. Defensively, I think I'm doing I think I'm doing better than I'm given credit for. But in terms of batting, I can definitely see why I'm ranked where I am. Because I'm not doing a whole lot of good. On the other hand, I'm very glad that this Castillo guy has not been taking over the game. Ooh, that was generous. That was a very, very generous call. Because I don't think that first pitch was a strike. But, hey, who am I to judge? I mean, Ivan Rodriguez 167. We're in game number 3 of the season. Come on, we need another home run like the last game. Another solo shot would be great. That would be perfect. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Oh, so ugly. So ugly. Yeah, so I'm not expecting anything from Pedro here. The only thing I'd like Pedro to do, if he can, is extend the count. Don't make it a 3 count out. You know, make him pitch 5, 6, 7 pitches. If he could foul a couple off, that would be great. That's not what I wanted. All right, Brad, come on. Yeah. So Smith is coming in, hopefully for another save. See, that's the thing, is Pedro will hold him off for only so long. We need to give him run support, and we're not giving him run support. And that's the problem. Okay, no, that's good. Nice, easy, soft, floaty pop-up. We'll take it. I'll take it. That's good. Good way to get out of the inning. Well, not out of the inning, but out of the at-bat. That's another one. Yep, nice and floaty. It was what, first pitch? Saving the pitch count. Liking that. That's I will never regret picking up Martinez for this team. Ever. And I also, unless I'm getting one hell of a deal in return, I don't see my trading him at all this season either. I can't possibly see of a scenario where I would trade him, even though he just walked somebody. Yeah, I don't like when you walk the. Especially with a one-run lead. With a one-run lead, putting a guy on base is just... You have to avoid it. Okay, pop up. And... Ooh, yeah. The sliding gatch. Yeah, the Superman effect strikes again. And again, Cabrera hitting 300, Vidro hitting 0. Vidro does not have a single hit in over 2.5 games. And the problem is I don't have a backup second baseman that I can put in. Oh. That was like the story of game 1. All right, Vidro, what do you got? Just fall in. Not happening. Still a goose egg. He may get one more at bat in this game. Or he should get one more at bat. But, 3 consecutive games without a single hit. Actually, I think it's 3 consecutive games where he has not reached base. So not only has he not had a hit, he hasn't walked. Or even if he'd been hit by a pitch, that would be more acceptable. Yeah, we're, all right, I'm going to apologize for the noise for those of you with headphones. Actually, let me do this first. Just trying to get my microphone into a better position as I kind of rearrange myself here. Yeah, this is just one of those. This is just one of those games where you're just hoping there's not that one mistake. Because really, that's what it is now. This is one bad pitch away from being a tied game. And you never, ever want that. At least with a two-run game, you have a little bit of breathing room. When we got to 3-1 and 4-1 in the previous game, that was great. Because it was okay. Yeah, we need, if Batista can get on, We just need him on base because Mondesi against lefties is pretty decent if I remember. And he's batting .500 for the season so far. Yes, I realize it's his second game, but... And will it drop? I don't think so. It will not. Alright, let's see what Mondesi has. Oh, that one's going to the track, or at least close to the track. Just missing a little bit on it. Yeah, I am seriously regretting picking this guy up. I thought he was going to be more effective against left-handed pitching. And clearly I was wrong. Well, that might be the first time he swung at something. You know, it's his third at bat. It might be the first time he's taken a swing. Okay, well, at least he put a ball in play, you know. That's better than just standing there watching strike three go by twice. I'll give him that. But still, one-run game, only 4 hits. 4 hits total in this game. These guys are not considered a batting powerhouse team. Like, this is a team that is decidedly below average in batting. And we're keeping them off the board. But yeah, we're not doing well. Now, granted, they are ranked pretty highly for their pitching. I think they're ranked 6th or 7th overall in pitching. So that is going to hurt our bats a little bit. And again, the fact that we're striking out Castillo, who is one of their big threats, is kind of nice. We've probably lowered his batting average quite a few points. This, on the other hand, is going to fall in. Oh no, it isn't. Mondesi actually got to that one. I'm so glad I picked him up. He was a great acquisition. And let's see. Yep. Rodriguez is over. We're out of the inning. Okay, we are not in the strength of our lineup right now. And this is top of the 8th. Yeah. I mean, hey, if Rodriguez can knock another one over the fence. But right now, this is looking like a 3 up, 3 down. Yeah, this is not looking spectacular. Ooh. That was rough. Now, excuse me. Now, I would rather he take that swing. Don't get me wrong. I don't know why Pedro's still in the game. I mean, I know why he's in the game, but I'm not sure if that's a great idea. Oh, so close. All right, we need Wilkerson to at least, if he can at least get on base. Because again, we're still on the starting pitcher. We haven't taken either starting pitcher out of the game. And most of it is because no runs have been produced, so You know, no runs, very few. I don't think that there's been, what, a couple walks in the game, very few hits. Yeah, okay. 3 up, 3 down, as predicted. Now, the good thing is that we're not really coming up against the strength of their lineup right now. We've kind of just passed it in the previous inning. So, with any luck, he tried to check swing. He tried to check swing, and he ended up... That's fine. I'll take it. It looks weird, like in a real game. In a real game, the pitcher probably would have tagged the runner. See, this is where the fatigue factor comes in, and you got to wonder, is it time to, you know, do you stick with the hot hand, or what do you do? Just close the door to my office. Thankfully, he's still getting those nice, easy ground outs, the soft pop-ups. That's what you need. Especially this time of the game. Oh, here we go. The nice soft pop-up to the catcher. And there we go. So we're heading to the 9th. Cabrera, Vidro, Everett. Cabrera's really the only one who's doing anything as far as hitting goes. And hey, full credit. He went for it on a good strike. All right, 2-2 count. That's good. Expecting a strike here. That would have been a called third strike if he would have let it go, so he had to swing. Question is, are they going to bring these guys in? Yeah, I have nobody to replace you, or oh my god. You know, just get on base. Take a walk, get hit by a pitch. Like, honestly, getting hit by a pitch right now would be the most productive you have been on offense ever. Oh, hello. Oh, hello, he got a hit. It's an extra base hit, my god. I am having a hard time believing this. He finally broke the damn slump. And an intentional walk, of course. Because you want to set up for the double play. Now, let's see if he can be clutch. Because really right now, a single brings home a run. A deep single brings home... a single brings home a run. A deep single brings home 2. This is 2. Yep, this is 2 runs. There's 2 guys scoring on this play. Ooh, wow, he got it back in time. That's impressive. That's impressive. Carl Everett is very, very fast. Like, Carl Everett's one of my faster guys. Okay, Mondesi, let's see this. There's only 1 out. A sacrifice fly brings home a run. And again, a good single brings home 2. Oh. You know, it was a perfect time to throw an off-speed pitch, but it's just heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking. Especially since it brings up this useless chud. Like, seriously. Yeah, good job. Good job, Freddie. So I'm going to be shopping for first baseman. I'm definitely going to be shopping for first baseman after this game. Definitely shopping first baseman after this game because this is ridiculous. Like, I need someone who can hit. I have 2 first basemen who cannot hit. All right, that's 1 away. We're in the bottom of the 9th. And you know what? More power to Pedro if he throws this shutout. Okay, well, it's not going to be a no-hitter for sure. And again, you're back in that situation where it's one bad pitch is a tied game. Oh! Cabrera getting it done on offense and on defense. And Castillo, again, one of their threats at the plate. So we're down to the final out. And hopefully down to the final strike. Let's see what we got here. There we go. Strike 3. Wow. That was a lot more tense than I thought it would be. But Mondesi definitely makes a huge difference on offense. He's also very good defensively, so this is really, really good. It's a really good upgrade. So let's see where we're at when we yeah, that was a one-hitter. We went to the bottom of the 9th before the Marlins got a hit. We almost got the no-hitter and the shutout. But instead, we only got the shutout. Still, a one-hitter is pretty damn impressive. Especially when you consider that that this is at MVP level. So we are still considered to be one game back in the wild card race because both the Mets and the Phillies are 3-0. Which is really kind of funny. Like, I mean, again, this is like 3 games into the season, but if you know the 2004 season at all, the Braves ended up like 10 to 15 games ahead of the next team, which I believe were the Phillies. And then the Marlins, the Mets, and then the Expos were like 29 games out of first place. But not bad. We've only scored 6 runs, though, versus 13 runs scored by the Mets, 17 runs scored by the Phillies. That's a little worrying. It's concerning, shall we say. All right, I got to see if I can find us a first baseman. All right, what's going on here? Probable starters for the Mets. Don't care. Don't care. See, they're listed as 14th in pitching, 29th in hitting. 25th in defense and 19th at base running. If you look on paper at the team matchup, we are on paper ranked 5th in the league. They are ranked 26th in the league. Yeah, but again, you look at these guys, 429, 333. Who have they been facing? All right, anyway. We are not going to worry about that right now. What I am going to worry about now, can I get me a first baseman? Who's a team that has a decent first baseman? Okay, Detroit. Can I trade for both of you? Can I get rid of both of you guys? Will it let me do this? Let's make a trade offer. It was accepted. Nice. I have a much better, much improved first baseman. Okay, so here's what I want now is I need to come here and to look at my rosters and my depth chart. I'm going to come here. So he has 2 home runs already, 4 RBIs. He has 5 runs scored. His contact and power against right-handed pitching is good. His power and contact versus left-handed pitching is decent. All right. Fielding, running, okay. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, he does pretty well. Okay, that's good. I'll take it. So now the thing is I believe I only have 24 players on the team, and I need 25. So I need to go into free agency and just check. Yeah, I need to have 25. So the next thing is, who can I pick as a backup? Andres Galarraga, former Expo, looks to have decent numbers. Let's take a look. What has he got? He's better against left-handed pitching. No, you know what? What I want to do first is I want to see where am I thin? Where am I thin in my depth chart? I'm thin on the infield, sort of. I have enough fielders. I have enough catchers. I have enough. What do I have for starting pitchers? Starting pitchers? All right. Let's see. Let's see what we have. So I need to pick up an infielder. Probably, let's see what we have under transactions. Let's look at free agents. Now let's go by position. Okay. Todd Zeal. Jose Hernandez. What does Todd Zeal have for numbers? Nothing good. Nothing good. I want a contact hitter. I can... How does Burks stack up against Callaway? I mean, I know Burks is older by quite a bit. Yeah, really good against lefties. Really good against lefties, which could help. But what's his fielding? What is his fielding? 70 versus 55. Oh, wow. Really? So, yeah, I'm going to sign Burks. Wait, Ricky Henderson? Are you kidding me? He was still in this game? All right. So now, I just added Burks. Callaway has got to go. All right. So Callaway is going to go. Do I want to trade him? So do I want Callaway? Let's see if I can take Callaway and Schneider and get a good third baseman. That's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to try for it. Who has a good third baseman? Lowell? Let's see. That'd be hilarious if they let me do this. Okay, so Callaway. And who was the other one? Fox. For Lowell. I doubt this is going to be accepted. Trade's been rejected. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Let's see what else we have here. Glouse. Ooh. Rejected. Okay, yeah, I'm not surprised. So let's sweeten this up a little bit. Let's remove Fox. Ah, damn it. All right, what do we got here? So Fox. No, it wasn't Fox that I wanted to trade. It was Schneider. So remove you, Schneider, and Callaway for Lowell. And actually, let's take you out, Lowell. Trade's been rejected. Who else might have a third baseman that I can grab up? Glouse. Trade's been rejected. Blaylock? Who knows? I doubt this is going to go through anybody, especially Huff. He's the best player on the Tampa Bay Rays. Scott Rowland. Come on, somebody's got to be dumb enough to take this. See, if I had kept fair trades off, this would have gone through. All right, no. Eric Chavez. What do they need? Yeah, they might. Maybe? No. I should be able to do, if I have another one in there. Let's put a relief pitcher in there too. Okay, so you know what? We're just going to ignore that for now. And you know what? We're going to end the stream here. Oh, hey, we got viewers in the chat. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a little thought experiment. that we're doing here, where I am the GM of the 2004 Montreal Expos in their final season in the league, and seeing with a reasonable budget, we're going to say about between the 40 and 50 million mark, can I put together a competitive team? So I'm not actually going to be playing the games, because if I play the games, it's like an arcade game, and I haven't played the game in a while, but because the seasons are so long, once you get used to the pitching and everything, it's kind of easy. So it's CPU versus CPU on MVP level, and I'm the general manager putting the team together, so that's how it's working. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Trying to find myself a decent third baseman, or trying to add some bats to the team, really. So I was actually just about to I was thinking of ending the stream, but you know what? Maybe we'll do one more game. So who wants to see one more game, or who would rather just sort of go over the roster as it is right now? So I'll leave that up to you guys in chat. So what is it you guys want to see? Okay, just checked. My audio is still on. Yeah, I had another one of my world famous audio glitches to start off the stream today. So, all right, well, you know what? Let's fire up one more game. We've just finished adding a brand new first baseman. Let's make sure, first of all, that our lineups are set properly. Let's go into our batting order. And what do we have here? So, Wilkerson, Cabrera, Vidro, Everett, Batista, Young, who's our new first baseman. Rivera. Why is Rivera on? No. Oh, okay, because No. We're going to do is we're going to put Burks in as the pinch hitter, or sorry, as the designated hitter, and move Mondesi into the right field position. And then what we're going to do now is, okay, so Mondesi is my starting right fielder, as it should be. Left fielder, Wilkerson versus Burks. Who's better? Yeah, we'll keep Burks as a. Is this versus right-handed pitching? Yeah, we're gonna put Burks in against the lefties. So this is right now left with the. We're gonna move that with you. Do I have enough people on the team? Now that I realize it, now that I look at it, I may have to go back and make sure that I have enough players on my team. Okay, Wilkerson against lefties. No, no, Burks is going to go on because he's better. Okay, back. Oh, wow, we just took a major hit in fielding. Okay, let's fix that. Apparently, I need to put Wilkerson back in. Yeah, apparently putting Burks in there is not a good idea. Wilkerson. Burks. Wilkerson. DH. Let's put Burks in as the DH. Okay. All right. Well, now let's go to rosters. Oh no, sorry. Transactions. Let's go to free agents. Okay, so I do have 25. Not the 25 I'm necessarily looking for at the moment, but we're going to see. I'm a little concerned about that defensive ranking. All right, let's play today's game. Now, we're not going up against a powerhouse in the Mets. You know, we're ranked 5th in pitching, they're ranked 14th. We're 15th in hitting, they're 29th. Our fielding is similar, and we're much better base runners than they are. Now the question is, okay, you know what? I'm going to go with Zach Day. I'm looking at the lineup. And yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. We're at home. Well, we're at home-ish.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome to EA Sports MVP Baseball.
So we're at home-ish. Okay, select controller. We're gonna put this in the hands of the computer. Yeah, okay. So basically, once again, we're gonna see what we've got. Now, this is interesting. They actually kept it fairly accurate because at the beginning... Oh yeah, I gotta turn that down. It's way too loud. I'm gonna have to make sure that I save that option. All right, broadcast volume off, game sound. There we go. So yeah, it's in the 2004 season. Yeah, in the 2004 season, I was just about to say, because there were repairs, I believe, being done on the Olympic Stadium because of the crumbling concrete. They actually were playing in San Juan, Puerto Rico for their first, like, I think the first month. I know there was a stretch of home games that they were playing in San Juan because the Olympic Stadium wasn't going to be ready in time for the opening, the season opener. And you know what? I got to turn that strike zone back on too. All right, let's go to our visual options. We're going to go to our reverse view again, because I kind of like that TV broadcast-ish look. Strike zone on, everything else is fine. Audio options, we're going to save it by hitting OK. There we go. Yeah, I would actually I'm pretty sure it has to do with the repairs to the Big O, because I know at one point there was like a giant piece of concrete that just came crumbling off the superstructure, and I think it was due to it was just kind of erosion because of like the elements. Let me actually, you know what? While this is going on, I'm going to look this up. This is why we have the internets. So here we go. If we look up the 2004 Expos season. Oh, there we go. Cliff Floyd, former Expo, being struck out. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't say specifically why. I mean, it says that they played home games in San Juan. I'm trying to look up the reason. Oh, actually, they did that in 2003 as well. Okay, alright. Maybe I am wrong. Oh, Google's a friend of everybody. Except, you know, when they're not. You know, when they're like listening in on your stuff and data mining and all that other good business. And also completely messing up every single algorithm that YouTube has. Alright, so here we go. We have already been doing quite a bit better than we did in our previous live stream. First of all, we've won a couple games, and also we've gotten some offense. We've gotten some hits. Not here, mind you. I've noticed that the crowd here in San Juan is a lot more pixelated. Like, if you look out, it's like Mega Man out in the stands. Maybe not in these seats here right now, but in the cheap seats. You know, even if you look up at the top now, it goes from nice to like Sierra circa like 1992. The guys in the upper rows, like above where the score is right now, they look like they fell out of a LucasArts title. Oh, that was so close. That would have been so sweet. All right, well, that was innovative, that's for sure. Now, normally there would be a really nice little soundtrack playing. I could actually, I'm pretty sure I could turn that on for this between batters. I don't think they play the snippets long enough for me to get tagged with copyright strikes. Because damn Universal Music Group, when I upload these to YouTube, if there is anything in there that they can tag, they will, and they never let it go. Doesn't matter how fairest of fair use it is, they just refuse to let it go. All right, here we go. Let's go audio, music. And yeah, let's up those. There we go. Our next man at bat, live from the Uncanny Valley. Yeah, one of the things I'm going to want to do probably over the course of the season is beef up the pitching a little bit. Oh, that white dot in the middle of the strike zone is just basically like the grit your teeth and pray to God it doesn't get hammered over the center field wall. That was a bad pitch. That was a good pitch. Good Deadpool. Though I will say so far in my my grand general management experiment, if I come back to the Expos 2004 season, let's see. Yeah, in April, it's not that they have rules. What I think it is that Google took the thought experiment of 1,000,000 monkeys at 1,000,000 typewriters as a thought experiment. Instead of a thought experiment, they took it as a design document, and that's how their algorithms are designed. It's they just take a big room, fill it with laptops, and let a million monkeys go nuts on it. And whatever isn't completely covered in feces, the Google employees take care of themselves by defecating all over the laptops. It's ridiculous. Jim Sterling has a fantastic video called The Copyright Deadlock. And what it does is he's noticed that if you take copyrighted material that you know will get flagged from two different sources and you put them together in the same video, they deadlock each other. Well, yeah, to a degree. They're not supposed to. The thing is that the UMG team probably rightly realizes that most people don't have the money to lawyer up for that sort of thing. Because when they do lawyer up, they win. You know. Because any time this has ever gone to court, and been contested, it always, if you can prove fair use, it's fine. The problem is do you want to spend that kind of money for like how little the return on investment is, because now YouTube basically doesn't pay. It pays absolute squat. You know, if you get like 400,000 views on a video, you'll be lucky if you make like $10 off it. All right. There we go. Who said that defensive rating was poor? Bottom third of the league in defense, as if. Now, I will say, is having Zach Day on the mound my favorite move? No, not exactly. But, you know, I don't have any other big name pitchers that I can sign at the moment, so. Yeah, not bad. Got himself a strikeout. Now, one of the things that I'm a little surprised listening to the sort of chatter from the crowd is it's all still in English. I would think that they would record a little bit of it in Spanish, considering they're in Puerto Rico. That would have been a nice touch. That would have been a really, really nice touch. By the way, I should be asking, how is the audio doing? Is the crowd noise and everything overwhelming, or if things are too quiet, too loud, let me know. Oh, come on, guys. These guys do not have great pitching. We should be able to get some hits. Need to get our bats moving, because this is kind of getting bad. Okay, good. Balance is good. Good to hear. I've also been moving around a lot, so like the mic has been changing positions and stuff, so. The good thing is I'm starting to get a good sense of where, like, how loud it is for viewers by what I hear in my headset. It's the game audio and everything, because I have a separate fader for that for me. But that doesn't impact what you guys hear. Oh, look at that, Mega Man and friends. Say hi to Mega Man and friends out in the cheap seats. I will say, though, the rescaling on this has been really, really nice overall. PS2 never, ever looked this good. This is one of those games, I mean, you look at it, you see it on the helmet, you see the pixelation on the helmet, but if you look at the rest of the textures, you almost wouldn't know that they were being stretched up to 3x resolution. You could do a remastering on this game, and it would fly with today, like today's graphics. Maybe, well, okay, maybe not quite. It wouldn't look AAA for sure. Like, it wouldn't look like MLB The Show, which is gorgeous. It would be the game that if I was going to go out and buy a PlayStation 4, MLB The Show would be it. That's one that if they were to bring it out on PC, I would almost certainly buy it. I mean, EA has already done their, they've already done their thing. They brought Madden back to PC. After like 11 years, they brought Madden 19 to PC. I'm considering getting it. The only thing that's stopping me right now is that the deluxe edition is $100, which I think is a bit much. The other option you have is to pay $129 for a year and get basically access to their whole library, but I'm not really fond of playing through a different front end and everything. And the other thing also that I saw with Madden, the system specs to run the game are ridiculously low. Like, ludicrously low. I actually should bring it up. It's actually kind of funny. So here we go. Hold on. The Madden 2019 flagship football game from a AAA developer. And here are your recommended specs. I'll skip the minimum specs just because of how big of a joke they are. Recommended requirement: OS Windows 7 8.1 or 10. That should tell you something. CPU Intel Core i3 4350, AMD FX 4330 or equivalent. So as long as you have a computer that's been built in the last almost 6 years, you're good. You're okay. RAM 8 gig, hard drive space 48.5 gig, and your GPU, either an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 670 or an AMD Radeon R9 270X. So, as long as you are rocking a PC capable of playing games in 2012 or 2013, you're good to go. And this is the one thing you don't want to post for PC players. Yeah, that's a 6-year-old CPU. I know. An FX 4330 is like, an FX 4330 is going to be outgunned right now by a Pentium. Like a $70 Pentium processor, a GTX 670, a GT 1030 is more powerful than that. So, and here's the next thing. This is where it gets even better. The recommended specs will get you will get you to at least console level gameplay. That is not what you want to be advertising to PC gamers. Okay, I'm a lifelong PC gamer. I started on PC. I will probably end on PC. Console to me has been, it comes and goes. I never owned an NES. I did own a PS2 because of this game and Madden, up until it stopped being supported on the PS2. And I bought an Xbox 360, but only because it was at a ridiculous deal. It was one of the ones with like the 160 gigabyte hard drive. It didn't have the full 500 or the terabyte. So I haven't used my Xbox 360 in at least 4 years, and I only used it to play pinball. That was it. I had one game that I played all the time. And I take no interest in consoles. I'm not one of the PCMR type of guys. I'm not going to be, on the forums, PCMR, blah, 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 console peasants, blah, blah, blah. But boy, you really don't want to be advertising that. If you have a PC from 6... If you have a 6-year-old equivalent PC, you can get the equivalent gameplay to a PS4. Good job, guys. That's how you want to sell. Unreal. Unbelievable. Yep. Yeah, so in 2019, they're releasing a game for a CPU that is 5 generations behind. 5 generations. Soon to be 6. Like, my laptops all have better spec CPUs than that. Although I will say one thing. When they're talking about their version of console graphics, they are most certainly talking about 30 frames per second. Because I have played Madden 19 on PC. And I will say, when you have the horsepower to crank it, I would say your recommended specs would be more along like your 8th gen i5s, maybe 8th gen i7s, and that, well, no, maybe 6th or 7th gen. Yeah, because the improvements, unless you're really overclocking hard, are not that big, but you want to get something more modern than the 4th generation i3. You definitely want to be in quad core, and if you have like a GTX 1060 or a 1070, it looks good. It looks damn good. A hell of a lot better than what you would get out of a console. But yeah. Yeah. The recommended specs will get you to at least console level gameplay. Oh man, when I read that was like the icing on the cake. That was like, oh yeah, where do I sign up? Because to be honest, when I played it, I actually played it on a 2nd generation i5 quad core. I played it on a 2500K and a 1050 Ti to start, and it was ripping right through it. Like, your AAA title, your flagship AAA title was being played on like a 5-year-old PC. Unreal. Although I should have traded out my GTX 1050 Ti for my Radeon 7970 just for authenticity, except that it really wasn't that cold outside and I didn't need that big of a space heater. Because man, the 7970 is a great graphics card. Man, did it run hot. All right, I guess I should be paying attention to the baseball game. That's kind of what I'm broadcasting here. But yeah, I mean, this is... These are pretty decent graphics all told. Now, the background extras, especially toward the top of the screen, they need work. But yeah, overall... Oh, look at our 8-bit heroes. Our 8-bit heroes sitting off in the bleachers. And I guess I never really noticed how bad they looked when I was playing on a PlayStation. Because, of course, you're playing through a standard definition TV, so... That standard def TV really hit a lot of the rough edges. Whereas when you're looking on a 1080p monitor with the image at 3x resolution. There we go. All right, we got to get ourselves some offense, boys. Because really, like, batting 111 4 games into the season, kind of sad. Kind of sad. It's a good thing we have the pitching staff that we do. Doesn't swing on a pitch right over the center of the plate. Swings at something that's like a foot over his head. I was hoping that would at least drop. Drop for a single. Oh. Pitcher got some wood on the pitch. Not bad. I think that's the best swing any of my pitchers have had so far. Oh, nice. And a throwing error. I will take it. I will take it. I will take that 2-out error. Now, if we can turn it into something like, runs, that'd be great. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But hey. But hey. Ugh. good old Cliff Floyd, former Expo. Why did he do that? Aw, come on. We desperately need to get out of this with... There we go. Nice soft pop-up. Okay, so now we have the double play ball. That's available to us. So this is why I wonder why the CPU will warm up pitchers but not change them. Now granted, I get he's not doing terribly. There we go, double play. What? No. What the hell was that? I mean, granted, we got the lead runner. I'm happy about that. That was just such a bizarre defensive play. Such a bizarre defensive play. There we go. It's as good as a called strike. And that gets us out of the inning. And this is way too many games that we get to the 7th inning stretch and there's no score. We only have one hit. That is ridiculous. Jose, one hit Vidro. One hit Jose. And he will remain one hit Jose. So on my other computer, I also happen to have this installed, but I have the PC version rather than the PS2 version. And Carl Everett in like the first 4 games of the season is batting like 900. He's insane. He hits a single almost every time he's at the plate. With the exact same team, exact same schedule, exact same circumstances. The only difference was I changed my right fielder before game 1 versus here I changed him for game 2. Somehow it made Carl Everett, who's my center fielder, that much better. I don't get it. In this game, I can't hit worth squat. On the PC version, on the other computer, I'm just cranking them left, right, and center. All right, this isn't good. This is not looking good. That uncanny valley photo. Those dead zombie eyes. Oh no. This is going to be one of those you lose 1-0 games, isn't it? Yeah, and they still have their starting pitcher in the game. We're finally pulling ours. Oh man. Yeah, they keep the CPU either pulls the starting pitcher way too early or keeps him in way too late. Because I don't think that... I would have thought you would have been into your bullpen by about the 7th inning. Now, one of the problems that I have with my lineup, and I know that I have to fix this, is I need to mix up more left-handed pitchers in there. Because pretty much my entire lineup is righties. I know my starting rotation are all righties. So I need to get a couple of left-handed relief pitchers. And the problem is that because my first 3 games against Florida were my 3 best pitchers on my staff, this game and the next game are going to be a little rough. Because I've gone through basically my best pitching is sitting on the bench waiting to get kind of rested. I don't actually have a full 5-man rotation. Or if I do, I have a very kind of a lackluster one once you get to number 4. Ooh. That hurt. That hurt. Ooh. Will it drop? No, it will not. Decent contact, but just won't drop in. Yeah, and another one hit shallow, but not shallow enough. See, the problem with this is after this, it's a pitcher. So even if he walks, it doesn't make much of a difference unless they've got... Oh, here we go. Won't make a difference now. But now we're going to have to see what's going on. We've got one more inning. One more inning. So we got to keep them scoreless here. Okay. No, that's the Mets. There we go. It's as good as a called strike. That, on the other hand, is not. There we go. Soft pop-up. Easy out, number 2. Now, if we can get Garcia here and maybe get some runs on the board, or at least a run on the board. The idea of losing yet another game 1-0 does not appeal to me. You know what? I'll take beaming him in the head. That'll be fine. All right. So who do we have? Oh, this is not good. We better have a pinch hitter coming up. We do. We have a pinch hitter. Be great if he swung properly at it, but A for effort. All right. 1 down. We have 2 more outs to try and make some magic happen. See, that pitcher should be should be really tired by now. He should be throwing up some easy pitches to hit, but we're getting nothing. Absolutely nothing. And now if Cabrera can't get anything done, it's over. Meanwhile, this guy's like pinpoint accurate. Walk in the park. All right, tying runs on board. Now, the problem with that is the guy that follows him is One Hit Jose. And One Hit Jose has not been getting anything done this year. I need him to... Yep. Good old one hit. Oh, I need a new second baseman. Yeah, this is not good. We're not getting the hits we should. Not even a little bit. All right, so we're going to quit for this. Yeah, so right now, if we go here, I mean, you can look at it as it's only 1-0, but that's 2 games where it's been 1-0 from a team that's 14th in pitching. That should not happen. We should be doing better because the Marlins that we won 2 of 3 games from, they were 6th in pitching. So we should have been doing a lot better against this pitching staff. All right, so we've advanced the next day. No. What is this? Injured player. Diamondbacks. Don't care. None of my guys are injured. That's all that matters. So if we go around the league and we go to our statistics, batting statistics, like 273 is our top guy. We have 3 guys hitting over 200. And everybody else is under 150. And even then, 2 guys are over 100. and everybody else is under 100. That is ridiculous. One hit at 16 at bats. One hit at 13. One hit in 11. We need more hits. We are not getting hits at all. We're getting great pitching, but no run support. So that is going to be the next GM type of stuffs that we're looking at. Because we cannot afford to fall too far behind, because if we go to our schedule, so the Mets are in our division, and then we got the Marlins again, who are in our division, then the Phillies, who are in our division, or are they in our division? Let me check that quickly. Yes, Phillies in our division. So we're facing nothing but division teams until the end of the month, and then we're facing like National League West teams. So if we keep losing, when we lose here, we fall back not only in the division but the wild card, and it hurts us for wild card. And yeah, it's only April, but yeah, we're in a slump. We need some hits. Like, you look at this, we've scored 6 runs in 4 games. We've only given up, 3? But only giving up 3 runs in 4 games, we've lost 2 of them. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. Anyway, so we are going to cut it here. Tomorrow, I'm going to try and set up a nice little Wheel of Fortune thing for a randomized set of games to determine what we will be playing. So I haven't decided yet. We don't know exactly what tomorrow will bring, but that's it for tonight. I want to thank everybody who dropped in. Lieutenant, thank you for joining us in chat and talking talking Madden 19 specs being as good as a console with me. Oh man, I can't believe it. Cannot believe it. Unbelievable that that's how they advertise it. Anyway, so until next time, everybody. Let me just come over here, because that actually, we can transition into that and actually put up that the stream is ending. So until tomorrow night, take it easy. We will be back at 9 p.m. Eastern time for our regular Sunday night live stream, live from the International Academy for the Subtle Art of Talking to Oneself. Take it easy and good night.